All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Back with another article. This is on NYC. All right, it says another NYC war zone weekend. Over 30 shot, many of them bystanders, in violent reminiscent of 1980s. All right, 30 people shot in a weekend. All right, that sounds like a lot. Last week we detailed how over a mere 3-day period, from August 13th through August 15th, a whopping 49 people were shot, which was 5 times more than the 8 who were shot during the same 72 hours last year, according to the data in the Washington Examiner. So what? The violent crime rates are going up. It says and tragical tragic and tragically the trend appears not some aberration but signals the city is fast becoming a war zone. So this isn't something that just happens and then it stops. No, this is like showing you where this place is progressing and what it's going to become like. It says it's fast becoming a war zone now with another deadly subsequent weekend. NYPD sources and local media already count more than 30 people shot so far this weekend. All right, 30 people shot in one weekend. Now, see, when Trump asked Cuomo if he wanted, to let him bring the troops in, he said, nah, we got it. And it's funny how on the list, I believe New York was on the list of cities that they were gonna send the federal troops to, but they didn't yet. Okay, but now what are they getting? They're getting justification to go ahead. This brings NYC to more than 1,000 total shooting incidents across the year to date, already double all of last year, and the summer is not even over. A summer which ironically has witnessed a supposed heightened consciousness and awareness of police shootings of black Americans, give the ongoing George Floyd and Black Lives Matter protests, or given. All right. So let's read some more. It says, but in the case of New York City's explosion of gun violence, people are being killed with the police far away from the scene. Though in one though in one instance over a week ago, it was a black police officer shot in Queens while looking for while looking for a parking spot merely a mile from his home. According to this weekend, according to local Pix 11 News, citywide there were at least 25 shootings that injured 31 people on Friday and Saturday, police said. Officers responding to 16 shootings on Saturday and 9 on Sunday. And it's showing you, man, what did the scriptures say, man? Redeeming the times, for the days are evil. You know? So hey, that's judgment that's going out forth, man. For those people who are always out, you know, they never learn to stay at home. If you don't have a reason to be out, they just want to be out. That's what? You gonna get caught up in somebody's judgment. And then it becomes your judgment. It says at least 3 of those shootings happened within just blocks of each other in Coney Island, according to the police. Among these, and what the scriptures say, that the love of many shall wax cold. And this just reminded me of that movie Purge Election Year, all right, where you have, the election, so on and so forth, but all hell is basically breaking loose. And that's what you're seeing. Prior to this election, look at what's going on, man. Okay? It says, among these deaths, there were 7 deaths between, or among these, there were 7 deaths between Friday and Sunday morning, according to NYPD, including a 25-year-old mother of 3 children. Priscilla Vasquez was described in local reports as shot in the back of the head by an unknown gunman in the early morning hours of Saturday while standing on a sidewalk in front of a public school just around the corner from her Bronx home. All right, and hey, man, that's why the Lord said, Ezekiel 9:4, put the mark upon the men that sign that cry, man. That mark of exemption is very, very important because this setup that happened to where this 25-year-old mother got shot, that's ultimately the verdict that the Most High gave out. So if you're doing what you got to do, all right, and the Lord is pleased with you, you wouldn't end up in a situation like this. Now, she wasn't aware. It says she got shot in the back of the head. So the Mossad could have done something to where um, she would have been delivered from that. Maybe the gun jam. Maybe she wouldn't have been there at that time. Maybe somebody else would have showed up. Something like that. But the Lord set it up to where this was her judgment. And the times we're coming into, man, it's going to be so much more dangerous than this. It says, underscoring the senseless and often random nature of much of the violence, her friends and family don't think she was the intended target. Also, given the gunman appeared to fire wildly and haphazardly, okay, and so she wasn't even the intended target, but boom, now she's done. All right, and it's stories like this that's gonna bring that justification, man. Wanted for homicide. Do you know this person? On 8/22 at approximately 5:20 a.m. in front of a of 230 yeah 235th East and 152nd Street in the Bronx. A 25-year-old male was shot, causing her death. Um, a 25-year-old female was shot. I must be a little tired. Call 800-577 tips. Let's see this. Hopefully, they don't take down the video for this. Look at that. Look at that. He looks like a coward. You know what I'm saying? Like he look like he's scared doing that. All right. And guns. Look, boy. Hey, the love of many shall wax cold. In another incident, a man in Queens was shot and killed while simply playing in a basketball tournament that was also part of a barbecue at a local park. Interestingly, news reports accompanying the tragic death actually blame lack of police presence for the violence there. Local residents are reportedly angry that police routinely stay away. Something it should be noted that national BLM protests have demanded all along. All right. It says we've been complaining about that park forever. It's always dark, said nearby resident Elaine Bailey. The park is notorious. It's been like that for years. It's a known drug location, she said, of the site near 207th Street and Hillside Avenue. In Hollis, we complain about the drug dealing. Nobody does anything. This was bound to happen. If you're going to commit a crime, it's the best place to commit a crime. Oh boy. The city that never sleeps is sleeping. It says, and one of the largest single shootings involved 4 victims shot in Coney Island Sunday morning, with the youngest victim, a 27-year-old man, dying of his injuries. Now you see this picture here. Gang member carries out 3 shootings after being freed without bail. Came right back, wanted that revenge. Boom, boom, shooting people. I don't know who he shot. Could have been this guy, could have been somebody else. But from the angle of the gun, it looks like it's probably this guy he's coming after. All right. Yeah, this place is finished, man. It says, meanwhile, as the Washington Post has observed, the latest nixing of frontline crime fighting units doesn't seem to be going so well. In June, the New York Police Department disbanded its controversial anti-crime unit. The plainclothes officers whose mission to rid the streets of guns once relied on a practice known as stop and frisk, later exposed to have disproportionately targeted innocent blacks and Latinos. So they disband them. Why? So that they can allow this to happen and then have justification to bring them back, but even tougher. All right. It says instead, it was substituted with more community engagement initiatives, though the criminals with guns didn't appear to have gotten the memo. Or more cynically, perhaps they've simply interpreted the lessened law enforcement presence as a license to kill. Purge. On that note, FT published the below chart in mid-July, which covers the period which saw the fiercest protests in major American cities against the police killing of George Floyd. And you can see that. Look how the number spiked, man, from June to July. Okay, of shootings. 14-day rolling average of shootings 2020. Look at that. Boom. All right. It says pressure has remained on city councils across the country to either shut down the whole police departments or at least specific anti-crime units. The result is that at minimum it shouldn't be hard to see correlation, if not causation. As WAPO wrote, the gun violence plaguing New York is reminiscent of the 1980s and 1990s. Authorities have recorded about 900 shootings so far this year, up from around 500 through the beginning of August 2019. All right, showing you, man, that this place is the signs are showing this place is what is going down, man. It's going downhill. All right. Now I got a quick precept. This is Job 24 and 24. They are exalted for a little while, but are gone and brought low. They are taken out of the way as all other and cut off as the tops of the ears of corn. Okay. So at one point, this place used to be, yo, you from New York? Oh shoot, that's what's up. Yo, I'm trying to go to New York, or I'm trying to go to the U.S. and da da da. And a couple of the main places you hear New York amongst those places that they want to visit. They want to go downtown. They want to go to Manhattan. They want to go to Times Square. They want to go to Queens. They want to go to Brooklyn. They want to do all these different things. The Yankees. But now what? It's gone and it's being brought low. The mirth is ceasing. All right. The things that made this place so great was the commerce, was the business, was the traffic. But all that is being halted and crime is going up. People are leaving New York. All right, people are moving out. They're leaving in mass because they're seeing this place is going to become a real, real horrible place, man. In the midst of Jacob's trouble, man, it's not going to be pretty out here. All right, so you better hope and pray that you covered. All right, by how about Shemiel Shai? Because if not, this judgment it's not going to exempt anybody but the elect. All right. So with that, I hope this was edifying unto the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makah, Kodesh. Until next time, Shalom.